All right, so we are starting episode 2 of Bibles by Blacks.
Hello, hello.
This is Regina.
And this is Miss J.
So we hope that you guys all would listen to our last week's episode when we went in and we discussed the Genesis in the beginning. And all of the Lord's good and great creations that he spent such a hard time creating and making. And so in this week's episode, we are going to go a little bit further down into Genesis, and we're going to focus on Noah all the way through Sodom and Gomorrah. Some good hedonism.
Oh, yeah.
If you will.
Can't wait.
So where we left off, where did we leave off? Oh, yeah. So basically Cain had killed his brother. He got exiled. He was like, God said, you got to go.
Yes.
He said, I'm tired of your parents. And you.
I'm tired of y'all.
Y'all don't know how to act.
And then from there, it just went, shoo.
Right. And so he walked around. I think you said that. He said, yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to go and build my own destiny. And
he said, I got y'all. Just you do whatever y'all want to do over there. I got something else planned.
And so we know that Adam and Eve had another son, Seth. Mm-hmm. And Seth seems to be doing all right so far in the Bible. I think they don't really go into much detail, but for what we do know, he didn't murder nobody. He didn't kill his brother.
There's that.
Yeah. So as far as we know, Seth had some act right, okay?
Yeah.
And he was on some good behavior. And we know that several generations go on. Seth begot somebody who begot somebody.
Who begat. There's like a section in Genesis, in I guess it's chapter 5 or something.
Yeah.
It just you just see lines of this begat that, he begat him, he begat her. It's like, I can't.
Right. Everyone was begotten.
Yeah. Who did you begat from? Yeah. Is that what was happening in the early days? Who'd you begat from? I'm sorry, y'all.
I mean, I begat from Seth. I don't know who you was begatting, but I
begat from Methuselah. Remember that? Yeah, I remember him.
Methuselah. So that's the one that always sticks out in my head, right? We know there's Seth. He had these generations. Got all the way down to Methuselah.
You know why it's stuck in your head? Because black folk like saying Methuselah for whatever reason. Like, do you remember, like, hate to deviate, but somebody would always bring up the name Methuselah in some type of story or something. And I was like, what is it? Why? What's the purpose?
Listen, I just feel like the Bible had ghetto names. I'm just going to come out and say the names were very ghetto. So you can't even, I don't even know why people trip on some of the names that we have today. Yeah. Keisha is not as ghetto as Methuselah and Nebuchadnezzar, all the rest of them. So
I'm holding back all of my laughter right now.
I'm just saying, because some of these names are very hard to actually read and pronounce.
Yes,
but we know that Methuselah was basically Noah's grandpappy.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
In my mind, he kind of was like a giant version of Papa Smurf. Like, he was just
I can go with that.
All white.
I can go with that.
All white.
Long white beard. Yeah, probably a little short too. I can get with that.
Probably. I mean, we don't know what people's height was back then.
But the interesting thing
to the short guy sometimes.
The name Noah, it's just so gentle. It's so calm. It's peaceful. It's the perfect name for this kind of man we're about to talk about, who is a total opposite of all the other people in the land right now. Noah was literally chilling, okay, with his family. Yeah. He was the only, y'all hear me, the only good man.
The one and only.
The one and only.
There can be but one.
Who was like la-di-da.
Noah was like Highlander.
Right. So let me just say this really fast. I have a children's Bible here with me today.
So, yeah, she went and found her children's Bible, y'all.
It's so adorable. So I just want you guys to listen to this little page.
If y'all could see this Bible, I mean, it is. It's very Mother Goose looking.
It is. It's got a lot of colors.
Very primary colors.
Yes. It's big, like the big font.
Just big. This is definitely for like a 6-year-old to read.
I'm like, so listen.
But it simplifies the story.
It is so simple compared to the King James version of everything. So listen, it says literally, God had made a good world. Now people were spoiling it. They were always fighting. And God said, I am sorry I ever made the world. I shall wash it away. Nay. So that means my man was pacing from up above, back and forth watching everybody tear up what he created. That man was over it.
Pretty much. I mean, looking at this little summary thing that I follow, basically it says God begins to lament his creation. So he basically was in deep regret. He's just in deep regret.
Lament is a hard word.
Right. They couldn't even say God just, was like, you know what? I feel bad with what I created. They was like, nah, he lament.
God was up there deep sighing every 5 minutes watching something go down. Like, not again.
Yeah.
Y'all cannot act right again.
It started with Adam and Eve where he's watched it all go down.
And it just kept going down. And then Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
He was like, I didn't do this.
So, I mean, it says 10 generations go by before Noah is born, right? So that's 10 generations. What? Okay, so I'm wondering if the generations are equivalent to decades or years. Because it's a long time for God to be up there and just kind of...
Just over it.
Just watch it. Or for all we know, maybe he went to go tend to something else for a minute because he was like, I need a break.
Is that how Mars came to be?
Maybe he was out there building the other planets because he said, you know what, I need a whole break from these people. I've been watching. I watched for 1 year and nobody seemed to be accurate. I mean, Seth, he's doing all right, but some is wrong in the seed. So he
said, you know what, y'all can have Earth.
Right.
I'm moving on.
He had moved on for a minute, and then probably somebody was like, hey, just touched him on the shoulder like, hey, you mean I don't know if you noticed what's been going on down there real quick, but can you come take a look?
He said, huh?
Do you mind? Can you come and take a look?
Yeah.
Back on this thing that you called Earth.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of recklessness going on.
And as he's
there.
looking at the recklessness and the total debauchery, he sees Noah just doing his la-di-da thing, being a good man, tending to his family. He says, you know what? I'm going to use him. I'm going to use that one. Let him use you. Poor Noah was like, what?
Right.
Can you imagine?
That's, again, like I said last time, that's a whole lot of responsibility. But before we jump, really, really deep into Noah, I just want to point out all of the generations of who begat who. It's just telling us about the man. They didn't mention not one female name up in here.
I guess after Eve, we just don't get talked about.
They said, you know what, y'all can't be mentioned because she didn't act right. So we just going to talk about how.
But it's hilarious though because you can't beget without begotten first. Right. We're involved in some way, so yeah. You're right. I'm in that chapter or in that part of Genesis, I don't remember seeing a lot of.
There is no female names. I don't think we even see another female name probably till you see either Noah's wife or. Yeah.
I think it is Sarah.
Sarah, which is Abraham.
Abraham's, yeah.
Or Abram.
No, yeah, we do talk about Noah's wife, I think.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, she had to be there because...
I mean, yeah, because he had his 3 sons.
Yeah. Again,
so
you had to beget.
Right.
Begot to beget, so...
So Noah is a descendant from Seth.
Right.
Methuselah was his granddaddy because, again, like she said, black people like saying him Methuselah.
Yeah.
So that was his grandpappy. He had to be married. We know that because he had 3 kids.
Yeah.
Shem, Ham, and
Japheth.
So do you say Japheth or do you say Japheth?
Oh, Lord. We're not doing that.
I'm just saying. The names be ghetto. Because I don't even know. Why would you name your son Ham? I mean, you named him after a whole pig.
That bothered me so much back in the day. I was like, Ham? But people do name their kids Ham, too. Because it's biblical.
I have never come across a ham in my life. I mean, besides the one I've eaten. I'm just saying. But as far as a human being named Ham.
Now I can't wait for Easter.
I know. I apologize to anyone out there that might be listening and their name is Ham. I just haven't met one of y'all before.
And if your name is Ham, please drop us a line.
Please. Yes, please do. Because I would like to know how your parents got there.
And what's his nickname? Because I know it ain't just Ham.
Well, it's 3 letters. I mean, how much more of a nickname do you need?
Ha. What's up? Ha.
They just call him H.
Yo, H&M.
What's poppin'?
Okay.
So anyway, he had his 3 kids out there, right? And again, it don't really say or go into much of where he actually heard from God. Because we know, let's talk about it. Way further down, a lot of people be hearing from God either in their sleep, they sleep, mm-hmm. and then they hear a voice and they wake up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Didn't happen.
Like, you think he was at work?
I'm telling you, this man was just doing his la-di-da thing amongst all the wickedness of this land, and just stood out, amongst the evil and the trifling, basically. Because no, there was no like you said, there wasn't a nap, there wasn't any sleeping, there wasn't any like special occasion. He was like, "Yo, my man's, I got a job for you." He's like, "Huh? What I gotta do?"
Right.
You want what? And God was like, "You're gonna build a big old boat, okay? Because I'm starting over. A huge boat. Put your family on it. Put all the animals of the land on it, and I'm gonna wash this whole place away. I am literally starting over." And he was like, "You gonna do what?"
So, how big do you think this boat? I mean, I know they tried to break it down in the Bible with the cubits and stuff like that, but we don't know if those measurements are honestly equal to what our measurements are nowadays. I mean, we can't even agree between metric system versus the system. So, I mean, obviously it had to be gigantic if you got to fit giraffes in there and whales. Well, I gave wait.
Oh,
let me take that back.
Yeah,
because the whales can stay because they was in the water. Oh, that's messed up. Hold up, I just thought about that. So honestly, all of the animals was just the animals on Earth.
He said land and air, didn't he? Land and air.
Did. So it's only land and air. So that means the whales and the fish were the only ones who was doing right. Because he honestly, I mean, did you have to kill all of the animals?
So wait, do you think maybe like one little guppy just snuck on board? It's like, y'all not gonna leave me out.
I don't know.
These waters are kind of choppy. Y'all not about to leave me out.
Who knows? Because at the end of the day, they got to live. All the whales, dolphins, sea lions,
goldfish, starfish,
all the Nemos, the clownfish,
the trout,
the
the whiting, the catfish,
sharks, swordfish,
hammerheads,
the crabs, the lobsters,
the tilapia.
That's probably why there's so many prawns and lobsters and all that stuff. The
shrimp got to stay. So that is hilarious.
That's really messed up. God prefers shrimp.
But you know what? Pause real quick, because further down they say shrimp is dirty in the Bible. Did you remember that? Because it's a bottom feeder.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We've uncovered something, y'all. I don't know.
It is a bottom feeder, but I thought that they were saying it was really about the clean meats on the earth. Because again, apparently the earth is the problem.
The earth.
Because the man was tripping. He said everything on this earth is evil.
He said, I just want to get rid of it.
I have got to get rid of it. I just need to destroy. Imagine, okay. God is pretty much like the parent.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Can you imagine watching all your children act monkeys to where you was like, you know what?
You're going to answer that because you're a mom. So you can see your kids when they act a monkey. What do you do?
You do get to that point sometimes where you're like, you know what? I just
want y'all to get out of my face.
I need y'all to go somewhere. I can't wait till you get older and move on out the house and you have your own children.
But even when they get older, they still come back.
They do. They still come back and mother. But daggone, that's got to be some deep-rooted evil for you to be
really
like
annoying just to sit there and just watch all of what you build in 7 days go to pot.
You know what it is? It probably was like, besides Noah, everybody else was like Damon from The Omen.
Oh my God.
I was like, these children gotta go.
I just can't do this anymore. Gosh.
So Noah is out there chilling, probably was smoking some grass. We don't know what he was doing.
I really don't think Noah was smoking anything.
Listen, it wasn't. There's no such thing as illegal back there, obviously, because people was being evil, right?
I'm falling apart.
And so he could have been just chilling, smoking good, clean, regular grass.
Regular, not the gas.
Not the gas, nothing tainted. But at the same time, it said before we even got to Noah that there were the giants on the earth as well, right?
Oh Lord!
Where some of the angels had came down, and I guess the angels was like, we can't be knowing the other angels up here in the biblical sense.
That's crazy.
But there's some them females is looking voluptuous on earth and quite right.
I want to lay with you.
So they came down and they laid with some of the women and they created these giants, if you will. Look it up, people. I'm not making this up.
This is giving me very much Game of Thrones vibes right now.
It really does.
Because
it's so off, ain't it?
Because in Game of Thrones, it's like 1 or 3 giants to like mankind. It's like, whoa, where'd y'all come from?
So if Noah got this word that he has to build an ark, and he try to, I don't even know. Maybe God told him to keep it a secret.
We're gonna go with that because he immediately got start building on this project. He was like, "All right, cool, I got you, God."
I mean, honestly, we don't think it doesn't really go into. It took generations to build the ark, right? And it couldn't have because we know that his kids haven't had kids yet.
Nope.
But how you build a whole ark that big that quick with nobody's help?
I just think it's just the magnitude of the request.
With nobody's help.
He got a little bit of, motivation. Because God said, you going to do what? I don't want to be a part of this flood. Let me go ahead and build this thing, this ark as you call it. I'll do whatever you desire. I got you. I don't care how long it takes
I feel like God dosed him with some type of magical speed, if you will. Something had put...
He blew on the lumber.
Something. Because you can't tell me he built a whole ark if it was just him and his 3 sons. Because I don't think the wife was helping build anything.
I think she was looking at him like, what are you doing?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Now, how do you think that conversation went? He got the word from God.
All right. That's what he did. Baby.
Yes.
So, you remember God, right? Uh-huh. The guy that be up there. He gave me a
message.
We
ain't seen him in a minute, but yeah.
Yeah, look around. But he gave me a message. He's going to wipe out the face of the earth with a flood. But before he does that, he told me to build this. It's called an ark. And I got to gather up all the animals that are in the air. And don't make that face, baby. That's in the air and that walk, on land. I got to and then we can come too, he said. Me, you, the boys, we gonna go. But just follow my lead here. I know we've been married for a long time. Baby, stop sighing on me like that, baby. Trust me. You trust your man or no?
I mean, I trust you and everything, right? But this is, okay, I just want you, I'm going to repeat to you.
Okay, I'm listening.
What you just said to me.
It's cool,
So what you're telling me is that you heard.
I did.
A word from God.
Yeah.
And God told you.
Yes.
That we were going to build an ark.
Yes.
Well,
mainly me. But
okay.
Can you just get the wood from the bag?
That's fine. But and only we can go.
And our sons and their wives.
So what about my mama?
Nah, she's out there. You've seen her. You see what Miss Deborah be doing. I mean,
listen, she be laying it low and spreading it wide.
With Mr. Ernest, they cannot come.
She's still my mama.
But she gonna have to stay this one out.
So I can't even tell her?
You better not open your mouth.
So I have to leave my mama.
She'll be all right.
The rest of my family.
They'll be all right.
What about Carl and Deborah from down the street?
Deborah and Maxine, they can't make it.
So we can't have no friends?
None of your coworkers, none of your friends.
So who am I supposed to talk to while we on this ark?
Me, girl.
How am I supposed to talk to you when you're supposed to be actually building the ark and tending, I guess, to the... Who's going to tend to all these animals?
It's just going to work out. You just have to trust your man and trust God.
Listen.
Do you want to be a part of this or
you
not?
asked me to trust you when you changed your job. And you asked me to trust you when we moved.
Okay.
And I was there for you.
And you're going to still be here for me.
But this is a big... what am I getting out of this? Because this is a big trust.
Baby, you get to live. We're going to find another spot in this world.
By myself.
You're not going to be by yourself. And that's how it went down.
Lord.
You know what? Taking her side, I could be like, I can empathize. What are you talking about? What? But at the same time, if the big man said it, I'm going to do whatever you say. Because you tell me there's a flood coming, I'm getting in that boat.
It's true. That's true. I guess a lot of people back then had a good, strong will to live. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've been like, I love my husband and everything, but it's just going to be us.
Me, you.
And the kids.
These chickens and them kids.
And that's it.
And them snakes. Lord, I don't want to do this.
Because if you're destroying everything, we don't have no entertainment. We don't have nothing.
That's a long cruise.
It's a whole long cruise. A whole long cruise.
Ooh, this ark got Carnival beat.
Man.
So she followed his lead as,
She stood
as a wife.
She stood by him.
She said, that's my man. That's exactly how it went down. Folks saw Noah gathering all this lumber, gathering all these plywoods, getting his hammers and nails, and pop, that.
And I'm pretty sure while he was building on this, because they kept it a secret, the townsfolk was watching it go down like, what is Noah doing? And somebody probably came up to his wife and was like, what's your husband doing? Do you know he's out there talking to the animals?
Yes, don't listen. We've already had this discussion. He knows what he's doing. That's my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him.
So you gonna stick beside him?
Yes. Don't ask us anymore. Please respect our privacy during this difficult time. But Noah's like la di da, bop bop bop, clink clink clink, cack cack cack.
Putting in all the work. Putting in all the work. I mean, maybe God had sent him some angels to come help him out.
So, like, when he snoozed, the angels took over in the late shift and rising that ark up.
Listen, I mean, miracles be happening, so this had to be one, because I don't even see, because he could not have slept.
No.
He had to have a miracle of God to give him the energy to work 24/7.
I mean, and just... can we just talk about the animals now? Gathering up the animals.
Yes, because I'm trying to listen. We know it was 2 by 2. You needed the male and the female in order to repopulate.
Yes,
and so yeah. How do you think this happened?
Okay, I want to say. I can't stop laughing. I think Noah grabbed the easiest animals first. Was like, he probably got to some rabbits first. Like, listen, spread the word. We're going on an expedition. Just tell all of your friends in your category. Don't tell everybody. We're going to gather up. We got to go. Because I can't see him going up to a cow. Be like, come. Because cows are stubborn. Like, wait, I ain't going nowhere.
He had a whole piece of long straw.
Hey, come on.
It's dangling in front of the cow.
The carrot to the horse.
Yeah, like,
come on.
Come here. How about you come on along? So, yeah, you were saying that Noah was working pretty hard.
Yeah, man. Noah was out there beasting and getting this ark situated and getting all of the animals. And I just wanted to point out something really fast because I'm looking at the Bible, the Holy Word. It says here in Genesis chapter 7, verse 6, Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. So this entire project was a love project that actually took some time. So he might have had some angelic help, but either way, this took him a minute. So can you imagine the entire town of whateverville looking at him putting this thing together for this long? People having birthday parties and cookouts.
But again, she said that was her man and she was sticking by him.
Poor Mrs. Noah, because we never know her name.
We don't know her name.
She's like, I really wish I can go to that cookout this weekend, but I can't because I have to help my man gather some more lumber for this ark because this hasn't rained yet. It's still hot out here. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm going to trust him because that's my man. Because we took vows. Well, Mrs. Noah's like, it's just so irksome. I can't stand him.
But she loved him because he was the only good man.
The only good man in the whole.
So she had to stick beside him. And everybody else was a piece of dirt.
That is so funny to me. Everybody else was trash, but this Noah, gentle Noah.
She had to hold on to him. Okay?
She was like, oh, but you're the only one, so I'm holding on to you real tight.
You're the only trustworthy person around here.
And then what about the kids? What about the boys? What do you think they said?
Right. You think they went to school and was telling their friends, like, my daddy building an ark. And they was like, well, my dad said your daddy's stupid. Right. We don't know why he building an ark.
You know they got roasted. All three of them. They got picked on. They can't even, chalk their numbers right. They just I can't do this.
Dang. That's a hard conversation, though, because let's think about it. If he's actually wiping out the whole entire earth, right? Mm-hmm. No other humans will be there. So when they have questioned, well, how am I going to get married? I can't live with you and mama forever. I need to...
I guess the trusting in God runs throughout the Noah family.
It sure does. It runs deep.
Because that would have been my concern too. Because if all of my friends are getting married and having families and starting kids around me, and I'm over here building this big old cruise ship, When is it my turn?
What I mean, and there's nobody else. Like, that's great that we get to live, but now I got to live forever with just you and Mama. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That again, these were great, good
boys,
good people.
Yes,
as they said, because man, that's a lot of pressure.
That family of Noah, whew,
they held it down.
They held it down.
So, as you said, years went by. Well, years. I don't know. We'll I guess we'll say a few years, because again, the kids had to get
let's
older.
read it. They did, because it says that in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, in the 17th day of the month, the same day, were all of the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open. It started to rain. And then this is when Noah, so they actually did get married at some point throughout this whole ark building process. Yeah. So they do get the wives.
And I do see that.
Yeah, they get the wives and the boys, and they all load up on the ark behind, listen to this, every beast.
Every beast.
Every cattle. Every creeping thing that creepeth. Turn to your neighbor. Every creeping thing that creepeth.
That creepeth on this earth.
Every fowl.
Yeah, okay, I do see
every
that.
Bird.
Because, yeah, first they talked about the actual size, like we were discussing earlier, that everything was in cubits.
Cubits.
Yeah, cubits.
And I'm not good in math, so I'm not even going to pretend that I can figure that out. So it says the length
was 300 cubits, the breadth was 50 cubits, and the height was 30 cubits.
That's a whole lot of cubits.
That's a lot of cubiting. So, but it does say that, that you'll go on there, you, thy sons, thy wife, and thy sons' wives.
Yes.
So some time went by while they were building. So that means that at some point in time, while they were building the ark, or while Noah was building the ark, the sons went somewhere, because they done had dates and hooked up and found a wife somehow in the middle of all of this going on.
You know what this reminds me of? The Jackson 5. I'm going to tell you why.
Which scene? Not the hotel scene?
No, okay. No. When they were young and they're just starting out. Because Joe didn't want them to branch off and to get married.
Right.
So they would do their thing with the family and the boys at certain times of the day. But then at night they would sneak out and go be regular kids. So that's what Noah's boys did.
They just wait till he's asleep.
He's asleep, y'all. Let's go.
Let's go
to that function.
They went to a speakeasy.
Oh, Jesus.
So they found them some wives, and everybody got on this boat.
But that conversation with the wives had to be difficult, too.
Well, could it have been? Because at this point in time, the boat was... the wives, we said it was already being teased.
Right.
And the community already knew what was going on.
Right.
So the wives had to already know.
So they got hip.
Maybe, yeah. Or they had to tell them, like, listen, I love you, but there's something I need to tell you.
There's something happening. You just got to trust me.
My daddy's building an ark.
Okay.
And on the ark will be every fowl, every beast.
Ham.
Yes.
Do we have to go? Are you sure? I heard that was just fodder.
Do you want to die?
No.
Okay, then we got to go.
Then we're gonna go. Okay.
Yeah,
we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll don't worry. It's we gonna have different cabins on this boat. We're gonna be able to separate ourselves out from the beasts and the fowl. But okay. We need to talk about this. Okay, on the ark, if we had all of the animals come on,
oh jeez,
I don't know if they was just out there wilding and running around free on the boats. I imagine Noah, God probably was like, "Listen, Noah, you got to build separate stables.
You can't
because if the hyenas is going to be trying to eat the pigs, is going to be trying to eat
everything else." But I know one thing.
What?
It stank on that ark.
It stank.
Because if
he was smart, he had some type of contraption where he can open a hole that wouldn't take the water in.
He had some air vents.
Some top vents, and they was dumping the feces and everything on the side.
He had a poop chute on the ark. Let's just say they did, because I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever been to a zoo, it stank.
It does.
It smells like animal butt.
It does. I don't
all types.
With them.
So that's what I imagine that ark to have smelled like. But if you're gonna be on there for 40 days and 40 nights, I'm gonna assume safely that, like you said, there was a contraption there.
There was something
to give us some fresh air. Because I'm pretty sure every now and then somebody stuck their head out the side like, "Oh, it's still raining, y'all. Right. I'm gonna come back in.
Yeah,
I just need that fresh air for a little bit."
And they were able to go to the top of the deck every once in a while, just
like the Titanic. You just go stand on the edge like. I'm a king of the world. Yeah, no.
Right. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know whether or not, there's that movie with Noah that we talked about with Russell Crowe. I don't know if people see it.
Which I've never seen.
It's out there. It ain't
available.
That great of a movie. I love Russell Crowe. He's a great actor, but I mean, it was just a quick blockbuster, if you will.
And I was telling Regina earlier, the Noah and the Ark movie I saw as a child was nothing like what she told me. It was quite cheesy. It was a TV miniseries with Jon Voight. I don't remember the whole thing, but
that's Angelina Jolie's daddy.
That is, yes. So he was in his bag. He was like, I am building, So if y'all want to reference those two movies and get back to us, let us know. That'd be great.
Right.
But
again, I don't think they're at all that accurate. But
no,
in the version I saw, they try to kind of touch on how the animals were able to pretty much stay in check. He just pretty much knocked them all out. God made like a whole deep sleep fall on them, and they was out.
Okay, forgive me, but I'm about to get very nerdy. Have you ever read the book Brave New World by Aldous Huxley?
No.
No. Okay, it's probably just me and a few other black nerds out there. But there is this I guess vapor called soma in the book that helps people sleep. So like they would like inhale it and like just relax. So like that's what I just envisioned right now. Just
So when you just said that, what came into my head was, remember the scene? I know
what you're gonna say.
I know I brought this up on the last episode, Wizard of Oz. But in the Wizard of Oz scene, when they would cross the poppy seed field.
Wait, are you thinking of the Wizard of Oz or the Wiz?
You know what? It went
both of them.
It went both ways, and the Wizard of Oz was a little bit cleaner and cuter and kid friendly, right? They was like, la la la, we're going to see the wizard, and then they came across that puppy seed, and they was like, ooh,
child, I'm tired.
Hey,
I don't know. I just want to take a nap.
I just want to take a nap.
And fell out. And then the Wiz. That's my favorite movie, y'all.
When they went through the joint.
And the hookers were the poppies.
Right.
They was just gyrating and clapping and putting them in a trance and what? But yeah, so either way, I'm pretty sure something like that was in effect on the Ark.
So I mean, they were only out it only rained and flooded for 40 days.
And 40 nights.
40 days, 40 nights.
So yes, essentially 40. Right. The number is 40, yeah. So
at the end of the day, maybe they stored enough food inside their bellies where they wouldn't starve to death.
Are you calling these people squirrels?
No, I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about the
animals.
Yeah.
They probably didn't have to worry about eating.
Yeah. It's almost like, how bears and stuff, they go into hibernation. Yeah. It's almost the same thing.
So it was a group effort, a team effort hibernation thing. Because honestly, the animals we know now, it's, dog eat dog kind of world. If you're a cow and I'm hungry, I'm going to eat a piece of chicken that's, running around. But on this Ark, there's no evil. There's no competition. It's just harmony.
Right.
So yes, the cow can coexist with the chicken and not feel the need, I'm going to eat you.
That's true. That is very true. And again, it's only 2 of them. Only 2 was allowed.
Yes.
I don't know how God picked the 2.
Okay.
I don't know if he actually had to go find a good cow. I don't know if cows can be
evil. Good mama cow and a good mom and good daddy cow.
I don't know. But
choosing ceremony. Bing. You can come.
Was there a whole interview process?
Yes.
What have you been doing in the last 30 days?
How much milk have you produced? And cheese and butter.
So he got everything on there. Now, this is the part that grosses me out. I don't really fool with bugs. I mean, a lot of people don't. I wouldn't have mind if I was Nova's wife. It's already, I can't tell my mama, my daddy. I can't take none of my family with me, none of my friends.
No. And
now I got to be on this big old smelly boat with all of these animals. And the roaches.
My skin is crawling just thinking about
down here in the South, the palmetto bugs.
The water bugs.
Water bugs.
God. Spiders.
So now, even if it's only 2 of them.
That's too much.
There's still too many. I wouldn't mind the spiders. Hopefully they put themselves in a web and mind their business.
Like Charlotte's Web.
Mind their business. Cocoon on out. But you got two beetles, 2 bees, 2 ants. I can't stand ants. 2 ants, 2 roaches, 2 flies.
Oh my gosh. Well,
2 gnats.
Oh gosh.
The
silverfish
gnats. They had to come on here too.
2 ladybugs.
Girl, 2 fleas.
Well, let's hope that one of the humans on board had a nice big wooden bowl with a lid or something. Was like, y'all can just stay in here.
I don't know.
Do not roam free.
So, I imagine, like you said, it was more like a cruise ship. I think there was sections and layers in the ark. So the bottom layer was probably where all the bugs were. There's
and everything that crawls and slides on its belly.
Earthworms, all y'all stay down there. Then the next level probably had all the animals. And then the top layer
had all the
penthouse, if you will. Well, see, I was going to give the penthouse to Noah and his people, but I forgot about the birds. Where the birds? So you think the birds? Well, yeah, because they needed room and space to fly around.
Let's just go back to what we said about the poppies and the vapors. Put everybody down. Even if they were sectioned off, it was quiet. It didn't stink. It was just peaceful for these 40 days.
Out. But yeah, I think the humans got the penthouse.
I think the humans got the
like
best
you said, they
rooms.
needed to get on top, open up on top, go stay on top of the boat, get some fresh air. They had to go up there anyways because remember they need. So wait a minute, then that means they couldn't have put all the birds down because remember they had to keep releasing the bird.
When we docked, when it was all over,
because they couldn't dock.
Yeah,
remember they had to rescind the bird to see if the bird would come back.
Yeah. Well, hold on. We are both right here.
Okay.
Let me turn to the children's Bible here.
All right.
So we are at the end of the 40 days, and it says, "At last, the rain stopped. The water started to go down, and bump, Noah's Ark hit the top of a mountain and got stuck there." So that's nature's way of docking the ark.
Okay.
So 3 birds were let out. Noah was like, "I'm gonna test to see what's. I'm not getting out. I'm gonna send y'all to go out first." He lets out a raven. Raven kept going. Raven said, "You know what? I'm finally free. I'm gonna go. Y'all got this." Noah said, "Okay, fine."
Raven said, "Let me live."
Then he sets out a dove. The dove, it says here, the first time it flew back. I'm sorry, it's only 2 birds. I saw 3 in the book. I'm not even my right self. So it was a raven and a dove. So the dove went out first, came back. Then the second time it came back with an olive branch in its beak. And the third time it flew away. Sorry to mix that up.
Okay.
So the dove is the one who said, "Oh, there's land ahead." So the dove, and that makes sense because doves, they're good birds. They don't trouble anybody. Mm-hmm. They do what they're told.
Aren't they the symbol of peace?
Yes, they are. They are. So when Noah saw the olive branch, he said, "It must have found land. Heave ho, let's go."
So it docked, and the birds went out. And then we realized that there has to be land.
Yes.
Because it came back.
Yes.
But can we talk about real quick, when it started raining, okay, on the earth, we loaded the animals and everything.
Oh, yes. We did skip. Yes.
How do you think the reaction was from the people? You think it started when they were sleeping at night or partying or during the day?
You know what? I think it happened during the day. I think they were out doing their normal activities or their 9 to 5s.
Right.
And all of a sudden, bloop, bloop, raindrop.
Right.
Drop top.
And now, it wouldn't shock you if it normally rains.
No.
So, if it started raining, and then 2-3 days went by, still raining, and they never stopped.
And then it starts to flood.
So, at some point, some of these civilians, right, had to be like, hold up.
Wait, there's got to be room for me on this big old boat. There has to be. Do not leave yet. Because
the boat ain't floating just yet.
No.
Right? Unless, for whatever reason, the rain was coming down very, very rapidly. That could be it.
It could be.
But still at some point, I can imagine people trying to swim to the boat to get on it. They was just trying to go there, do a backstroke, trying to let me in, please.
They are banging on the side of this ark because the trap door done went up already.
Right,
the little bridge or what have you done went up.
That imagery just hit my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So people are drowning.
Yeah,
and Noah and his family is on the boat,
probably feeling guilty,
probably hearing
all the screams. Yeah.
And everyone dying. Sorry, y'all. I know this is coming to be a little bit of a dark episode. But
right. But you know what? It's just like watching any disaster movie that we see in present day. Because like, if you look at Independence Day, that was on the other day. all the people that could get away, that were in the air, the Air Force One or the trailers out in the desert, they were safe. But everybody else who couldn't get away had to fend for themselves. That's and true. There was a lot of goings on. It was a lot. It was sad.
That's very true. That's pretty sad.
It's very
no, it's pretty sad.
Yes, it's very sad. But you know what? If you just did what God asked you to do, you probably could have been on this ark too. But no,
that's true. Yeah.
He wanted to do the opposite.
He said he had to get rid of all of y'all.
He said, I was tired.
So, fast forward, we found the land. We sent the bird out, right?
Yes.
The bird has to come back. We know that the water pretty much has
receded,
yep. And it's safe to go on now.
Yeah. So let me just say this. In the children's Bible, this is an easier one to reference for obvious reasons. But it says, soon the land was dry. Noah led everyone out the ark, and the animals hurried away to make new homes. So that vapor we talked about lifted. We're back on land. Let's go. They ran off.
Just ran.
Just like, thank you.
All right, no, thank you. No, thanks for keeping us alive. Makes it no. Hey, what do we do next?
No, because they have the instinct. There's like, point me to the nearest patch. I'm through. I'm good. Y'all got it from here. Hit me up if you want some milk or some eggs or some butter. I got you, but we gotta go.
So, in the summary version that I'm reading, it says Noah's family finds that the earth is moist and green again.
Yes.
God promises that from this new fertile earth will follow an equally fertile lineage for Noah and his family. But human mankind must follow certain rules and maintain this favor. You can't eat meat with blood still in it. Anybody who murders someone will also be killed.
Ooh.
And then God vowed also never to destroy the earth again. And he did that by creating a symbol, which we now know as the rainbow.
Yes.
So that's why every time, so I'm going to give y'all a little bit of knowledge real quick.
Yes.
Every time it rains heavily, and you see that rainbow in the sky.
Yes.
That is that symbol. Like, hey, don't freak out. I know it's been raining for 5 days, but I ain't going to cause a flood.
Yo, real talk, that's how I feel now. Right. Because Georgia has been getting some crazy weather the last couple weeks and
It was
stuff.
80 degrees 2 days ago. And today it's probably like 40.
So I'm waiting on that rainbow. I am. Tell me it's over, please.
A whole rainbow in the sky that we have, that he has given us as a symbol of promise. That he, like, I know I wiped out the whole earth.
Yeah,
I promise y'all I'm not going to do it again.
I'm sorry, I'm cracking up because, like, how do you say, you sure? After all I've been through these past 4 days, you sure? This was your only time, God? Okay.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
And so his family, I guess, they probably see some land and just like, we claim this land.
We got it from here.
And ain't nobody else on earth to claim it. So then what? They take some of the wood from the boat, I guess, break it down, build themselves some mansions, some houses. Because the animals... The flock have flocked. They
the
gone.
Flock have fled.
They're gone.
We are out of here.
The creepy crawlies is gone.
We're gone.
The only thing that's still there that was there that didn't get destroyed is any living creature from the ocean. Okay?
Can you imagine the whale popping up? Y'all done? These waters are very choppy. Are y'all finished?
Right.
Because... it was a lot happening.
Right.
Y'all good? Okay.
Look, they was probably having the greatest time ever. They were like, oh, this water ain't never been so warm.
It was a spa.
It's so much of it. It's so vast.
It was a jacuzzi down there.
They probably had a whole party. They was chilling. The shark and the whales, everybody was having a good old time. And then as it started to recede, they was like, oh, wait, we gotta go back. Everybody disperse. Go back to your proper regions.
Go back. That is hilarious to me. Good God.
I wonder if they was having a whole conversation the whole time amongst themselves. Hey, y'all know that God about to flood the earth, right?
Man.
We about to have the biggest pool party ever. For 40 days and 40 nights. The sea creatures was partying, okay?
That's a serious club atmosphere.
Man, they had themselves a good time.
That
is a long pool party.
That cracks me all the way up.
Oh my goodness. So they made that. I guess we're going to say they built themselves some shelter, if you will.
Yeah, they just got right to it. They was like, you know what? We can take over from here. Let's just go ahead and replenish the earth.
Right.
And it does touch on that in chapter 9. And it talks about them pretty much starting fresh, gathering some fish, and having a cookout.
Right.
A little fish fry and all that.
And apparently our boy Noah, who is so good, he had a little bit too much libations.
That part, right? See, aha. Because there was always something inside of Noah that he wanted to be like the regular people.
Right. He said, I have sacrificed enough. I done built this ark. I done lost my family, friends. I need a drink.
I need another drink. Because I done built this vineyard.
He had all the good...
I'm going to keep going.
He had all the good grapes.
Dang, Noah, he went down bad.
He went down bad. So he partied so hard by himself that he ended up naked. It doesn't really go into any detail about how he ended up naked, but he just ended up butt naked.
He was like, nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. They're like, Noah.
I bet you his wife was like, I told you to stop.
Wait,
3 glasses ago, I told you to stop. I don't care what you doing, but I'm going to bed.
Wait, are we saying that Noah had PTSD from this entire experience?
He probably did.
And couldn't cope?
He probably couldn't. Everybody gone. Everybody. His dad, his grandpa Methuselah.
Oh my God.
Everybody is gone.
Dang.
So
that is terrible.
So he had to have himself a drink.
And another drink.
But again, his wife was like, I'm tired of you.
She said, I'm gone.
Going to bed. And the kids was probably like, you know what, Dad? It's probably like, Daddy, you doing too much.
Let me just help you put some clothes on real quick. Man, my children can see you now, Daddy. I don't like this. This is embarrassing.
And as we all know, the one who found him, Ham.
It's
the 3-letter word.
Ham.
He came and stumbled across his naked daddy.
He's like, Lord Jesus.
Went and told his brothers.
Y'all come get him.
And I see, this is where I feel like it ain't fair. Because he went and told them. So they were like, oh, okay, well, we know we're not supposed to see him naked. So let's get the thing. Is it Ham's fault that he stumbled across his daddy?
It's not.
It's not really his fault. But what we do know is, unfortunately, Noah wakes up out of his drunken state. Okay? And was like, well, I curse you, Ham. Because you saw me naked.
Noah lost it in a nutshell. Okay, Noah's I don't understand how, but he lost it, and he done cursed everybody that came after. It says Canaan, who was the son
of Ham.
Yeah, so he cursed him, and then everybody else got cursed after that.
So Ham and Ham's whole lineage, I think, got cursed, all because Noah was drunk.
So he only cursed Ham lineage, and Shem and Japheth or Japheth, JP. They got to go ahead and be fruitful. Is that what this is telling us? Ain't that something? See, they leave this out in Sunday school, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it wasn't for Ham going to go tell them, they could have also stumbled across Noah's naked body.
That hurts my feelings,
right?
Because is Ham the middle child or is he the youngest?
It sounds to me like he's the middle child.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not the middle child, so I don't have any.
See, I am.
You are.
I am. And I feel some kind of way about that.
I have a shred of
the stuff be always happening to the middle child. It's always happening to us, where we are always literally in the middle between the oldest and the youngest. Youngest gets away with everything. The oldest think they know everything.
Facts.
And so the middle people are like, can't we all just get along? And poor Ham, he done got
Ham
all
was
the way
trying
cursed.
to do the right thing and got cursed and went to pot from there.
Daggone, ain't that something?
And Shem and JP, Japheth was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah, you shouldn't have seen him.
You should have left him like how we did.
So anyway, so they got cursed, and then after that, it skips several generations.
He lived long,
and we get all the way down to Father Abraham.
Had many sons,
and many sons have Father Abraham. I am one of them,
and so are you. So
let's just praise the Lord.
Right hand. You say hand. We say hand.
That's too many parts of the body. You
no, we do right. No, I think you were right. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
right arm, left foot, right foot. Turn around,
you go all the way down. So whose name at the time was Abram? I believe. I don't think it was Abraham. Yet.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't until he made his covenant with the Lord that he actually changed his name.
What?
But what we do
it was Abram.
Abram.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And not
right.
Abraham.
Right.
So,
That's right.
But, I mean, so we get all the way down there. We have Abram, right?
Yes.
Which I'm trying to remember whose generation was he from?
It
It had to be
let me see. I see. While we're looking, I'll just say this. These are the parts of the Bible I vividly remember just flipping through because it's all of these names I'm not going to keep track of. So, could y'all just have bless us with a family tree?
Again, these are all the begats. Okay,
the begot done begat.
Yep. So
Just
it looks
many of
like
them.
Shem actually is where the generation of
Y'all got some names on this one.
Abram comes from.
Wow, we listen to this. Joktan begat
I told you
Almahad
the
and
names was
Shelafet
ghetto.
and Hazarmah Hazmat Suit Gerard.
We got a Arafat.
Oh, I see a Sheba. That's easy.
Yep, we have a Salah, an Eber,
Oh my Lord.
a Ru.
A Roo.
R-E-U. Ru.
I can't.
So anyway, we get all the way down to Abram, right? So we know that he's basically still a descendant of Noah. Mm-hmm. So he's got some good in him,
Yes.
right?
Just a little bit.
Now, unfortunately, even after our good Daddy G has already wiped off the earth and they started anew again, somehow people still decided to still go evil.
I mean, this is just humanity. Because, like, we do this even in present day. Like, we have our moments when we're just like, hey, there's not that much violence. We're doing good. Next thing you know, there's, crime sprees abound. We just can't get right.
So sad. So we know that you had Abram and then his nephew Lot. Ooh. Abram and his wife, they went off. They went to the lands. They said Abram was actually rich, okay?
Yeah.
He got good and rich and filthy out there in Egypt. Who knows what he was doing? I don't know. But he went out there. He made him some money. I know that.
Selling clay pots. I'm just going to go with that.
He was out there. He had built himself an army. He had fought off some people. Lot, his nephew, had went to go live in the famous Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? He and his family. And here comes another word from the Lord to Abram saying, hey, just to let you know, I gotta go destroy that city.
I can't. What?
So, Sodom and Gomorrah, and again, here we go again in my mind. It sounds like a good time, right? It
was Vegas.
They was having a whole
Yes.
A whole hedonism.
Oh, yeah.
The carnival. All of it was a good grand old time.
Folks walking around naked.
But the problem was they just didn't know when to stop.
No.
Okay? It was okay to party for a little bit. Y'all partied all the time. Y'all was out there doing murders. Y'all was out there just
stealing.
Y'all was doing everything wrong.
Everything.
And so Abram said to God, okay, I get it. I can't question you. But my nephew lives there. So if you can find, how you found in my descendant Noah a good man.
Yeah.
If you can find a good man there.
Yeah.
Will you not destroy the city?
I mean, I'll think about it, but the answer's still going to be, no, I'm going to destroy it.
Okay. If you decide that you still going to destroy it, can I at least go get my nephew?
If you can you do it quickly?
I'm going to try my best.
Can you just go in and out?
Let me go ahead and get on my way.
Okay.
Now, if you all remember the story, quick backstory real quick on Abram, right? Abram has gotten the word from God. God is trying to build a covenant with him, but Abram ain't got no kids yet. It's probably why he loved his nephew Lot so much. They probably was really close.
Yes.
But they don't have no kids yet, and he's been living all these years. If you remember, his wife Sarah was like, how we gonna have a covenant if we can't have no kids? And he keeps talking about he gonna bless you. And apparently I'm infertile.
Sarah watching everybody around her expand and increase. And she's like, what is going on?
So she took her handmaiden, if you will.
Yes.
Hagar.
Yep.
And said, go lay with him.
Try it for me, please.
Because I've been trying everything. I tried
I'm
IUI, IVF. We done tried it all.
The
And
Old
listen,
Testament
I personally
This is the
understand.
first surrogacy? Is that what we're saying?
This is the first.
Potentially?
Right. And listen, I'm going to let y'all in on a little bit about my own personal struggles. I have a little bit of a struggle right now, infertility. I get it. I get she get a little desperate where she's like, you know what? We supposed to have kids and ain't nothing happening.
And nothing's happening.
So we can go ahead. You can lay. I ain't going to judge you. Go ahead and lay with her. And let's see if she... We need to try to find out where the problem lies. Is it me or is it him? So she let him lay with Hagar. Hagar got pregnant. They had Ishmael.
I know. Before we even talk about that, I know for a fact Sarah was like, you heifer.
Right.
So it's me. I'm the drama.
So it's me.
Okay.
So apparently it's my uterus that ain't acting right.
Hagar, you don't work here no more.
Right. So then, but look, I bet you Hagar had to be confused. She was like, you made me.
You told me to do this.
You made me lay with him. And now you kicking me out. So now I got to lose my job?
Abram's like, well, I didn't know it was going to take.
Right. Abram, I was just doing what you told me to do, Sarah. I don't know what you want me to do.
Sorry.
Poor Hagar, her and her baby had to go.
Y'all can get out of my face.
Sarah said, I know I did what I did, but you got to go.
You have got to.
Because now you a threat. Yeah. And I don't appreciate you being around. I don't need you smiling all
in my
funny
man's
at my man's face like that.
No.
She was ready to fight, okay? Every day. Every day that she saw her was a reminder of the fact that she was infertile.
You know what this reminds me of? Almost kind of Fences. Did you watch?
Yes.
Remember how she had
that movie made me so mad. I can't believe you made me watch that movie.
I'm sorry.
I was in there so
she had to look
mad
at the products of the infidelity
every day. Every day.
Okay.
So,
sorry.
But God said, I'll protect her because this ain't y'all's fault. But Sarah, let's not do that again.
Sarah, hold on, okay? Don't take all the frustration out on her.
Right. Like I promise you, y'all gonna get pregnant. I promise you.
Yeah.
And that's how the word actually came across about the whole town about to be burned because God sent the 3 angels.
Yes.
And the 3 angels came across Abram and Sarah's camp. And it was the angels who said what God said, like listen, be patient.
Yes, it's coming.
It's coming. We holding you down. I promise you, that baby coming. And she was like, I'm like
900? No, 90 or 900?
90 or 900? 90 years old?
I think it's about 90. Yeah. It's like over. It's like close to 100. Yeah.
She was like, when?
Where?
When is this baby coming?
Out of who?
You want me to have baby at 90?
She's probably over it. Like, you know what? Y'all do what y'all want to do.
Right. You know what? I'm just here to be your wife. And
y'all already took the 1 cent I was trying to get. Just go. I'm not doing this no more.
So those same 3 angels, after they done talked to Abram and Sarah, went on down to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Whew.
And they actually tried to give the word to Lot, like, listen.
And Lot and his wife.
Now, let's imagine this, y'all. I know y'all tired of me, but again, in my mind, Sodom and Gomorrah is like down in the bottom of a valley, right?
Down in the valley with a Crescent Lake. You did it. Sorry.
So
you did that.
The 3 angels was coming up top, and I'm wondering if they, from a distance, saw all the strobe lights, all the partying going on.
They're like,
and they was like, where is he sending us again?
We gotta go where?
They're checking their map.
This ain't it. This ain't the right spot.
Is this where y'all said? This is where y'all said God.
Why do I see fireworks?
Right. And they were like, no, I promise this is where it's X marks the spot, and that's what he has on the map.
I'm not going in there.
Are y'all sure? He was probably like,
one of y'all go first.
Gabriel.
Yeah, you go. I'm not going.
Somebody take a look at this map. Are y'all sure?
I'm not doing it. That third angel's like, I'm not doing it.
He was like, something don't
look good. My post is right here. Y'all go ahead.
I don't know if this is the place for us to be.
Man.
They came down that hill.
Reluctantly.
To the valley. Walking amongst the streets. There's probably dead bodies.
It probably stank.
It's probably...
Y'all know I have an issue with smells. It probably stank.
Right. There's just so much going on in this
at one
town.
Time.
And they're like,
It's like the red light district,
right.
Vegas, New Orleans during Mardi Gras, all rolled into one.
They had on like good white coats. And they probably was like...
And they were probably bougie too, like, oh my God.
Yeah, they probably had on top. It's like,
oh God. Hi. No, please. No. I don't do handshakes.
Nope.
No.
Not
I don't
today.
do, no.
Nope. They said no, Do you know where Lot lives?
Anybody seen Lot?
Does anybody in here seen Lot? We looking for Lot.
And please hurry up and
That's all we want to do.
To my heavenly space.
We just trying to find him because we have a message to deliver. That's it. And then we trying to bounce. I ain't trying to stay here.
Lord.
So they find Lot's house. Lot invites him in. He's like, no, come eat. I'm sorry that took you a minute to find me, but I appreciate y'all coming and find me. And they like, well, listen, we ain't trying to stay in this town. There's too much going on. We ain't trying to give you a word. We talked to your uncle.
Please.
Okay? There is something about to come and wipe out this entire town. You need to go.
Yeah.
You need to pack it up and y'all need to leave. And now, if for those of y'all who know the good old King James Version, as they're having this conversation comes up at the door.
Hold on one second. Let me get that. Yes, hello.
Hey.
Hi.
What's up, Lot?
What's good?
And, so there we saw some 3 looking fine men that showed up.
You saw what?
About 3 fine men.
What about them?
They was looking pretty nice, and we just want to talk to them real quick.
Talk to them.
Yeah, no, come on, let us in. Stop playing these games. Go on, let us in. We just want to have a real conversation with them.
But y'all know this don't happen in my town.
We don't care about none of that.
But
you don't run this town.
Hold on, y'all want? No, they don't want to. What y'all gonna do? I'm telling you, you can't come in here.
No, there's a whole bunch of us out here.
There's more of you.
They can't hold us back. I mean, there's about 20 of us.
Let me see back down. Oh, y'all.
You gonna let us in or not?
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
No. Okay. All right, we'll be back.
Where you?
No, don't worry about it. We'll be back. Door shut.
That's scary. That is scary.
Lot's like,
well,
you know how you said it's time to go? Guess what? You're right. It is time for us to go. The Bible says that the men wanted to rape.
Yeah.
Basically, they wanted to rape them.
Yeah, that's scary.
That is scary. How you, that is some deep evil.
That's a little too intense for me.
This is why God keep getting fed up with this earth.
So pause on this. God's like, God, here we go again. I am getting tired of these human beings causing so much commotion. I'm done. I washed my hands once again. Yeah.
So they had some form of a suitcase bag set the back then. So they putting everything in.
Hurry up. Grab what you can.
Grab the towels and the blow dryer.
Hurry up, because it's about to go down.
And that's like, his wife's like, what? Girl, stop asking me what. Grab the coat.
Let's go.
Grab the shawl. And she's like, wait, but I need it. Girl, you ain't gonna need that.
Nothing. To go. Let's go.
You don't need that. You just need some shoes and some clothes. Let's go.
That's scary. That's a mob.
That is so scary. They had to leave right then and there.
Wow.
Your whole house. Okay.
About to go.
She tried to grab her Coach bag.
She kept going like, girl, forward.
He was like, we have to go.
Man.
Grab the kids. Let's go.
No, come outside. We just want to talk to you.
Right.
We ain't gonna fight. Come outside.
Right. Them angels was probably like, okay, you know what? I didn't want to come here, but now I'm gonna have to display all of the power that I have been.
Their pearls.
It was like, this is
This is ghetto.
Right. This is so ghetto. Like, what is? They want to do what now?
What?
How many was out there? They said, okay, all right. We gonna display all of our power. Go on, Lot. Bye. Take your family. No,
carry on.
They said we got this
from here.
Lot was like, are you sure? Because there's a whole angry mob. They were like, we got this. Don't worry.
As long as you don't look back.
One order. They have one job. You have one job. Do not look back. That's all they said. Go on about your business. Go find Abe. Go find your uncle.
Yep.
Don't look back.
And then what happens from there?
Apparently, Lot's wife was hard-headed because at the end of the day, she was thinking still about that Coach bag and her Louis Vuittons because she was so connected to that town that she just had to take a look back.
She must have had a dope wardrobe for her to keep going back and trying to see what's going on.
Right. Now, honestly, if at this point in time, I imagine the angel's wings have came out. Okay.
Oh, and they probably grew like.
And they probably grew. And then they was just like, psh, psh, brim,
fire,
fire,
brimstone.
all that. Just
what is brimstone?
Write it down. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you do hear all of that, kind of like brimstone's probably like a little miniature meteor.
Little asteroids.
It's like a whole meteor shower happening behind you.
Hail.
So a lot of people be like, "What's that?"
Pew.
Damn.
In your eyeball.
Stone.
Ouch.
Immediately.
Ouch.
A pillar of salt.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Lot's wife, girl, you done took a L. You shouldn't have did that.
She sure did. She took a whole L because if it was me, what I probably would have asked, is it okay if I accidentally turn down if I have sunglasses on? Am I like, will that protect me then? Is that okay?
Like, I'm just gonna hold my man's hand and run really fast.
It's like somebody blindfold me because I don't know what we about to
look
hear
when it's over
behind me. Like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, they were walking. All hell is literally breaking loose behind them in the town of Sodom and Gomorrah. Pew. And she done turned herself to a pillar of salt. Dang. And then, you think they were holding hands? Like, I feel like he
was holding her hand.
Dang, that's messed up. Or if she was holding hands with the kids and the kid had to let go of their mama hand.
No, I think them kids was like, oh, you ain't got to tell me twice.
Right.
I'll be right there with you. Oh, this reminds me of that movie, A Quiet Place. Remember when the girl had put the batteries back in the toy?
Yeah, after he told him not to.
Yeah, and then they were all headed one way, and then and here comes that creature.
Boom. Dang, snatch that little boy up.
Got to be more careful.
This is why y'all gotta listen to your parents, okay?
Facts.
You gotta listen to people sometimes because you never know. You never know what's gonna happen.
And I just want to pause really quick about the pillar of salt thing. Like this particular story was always like a threat to me and my cousins growing up because my aunts would be like, if you keep doing it, you're going to turn into a pillar of salt. We're like, how do we do that? Like they wanted us to focus so much on doing the right thing that they scared us with stories like this.
Yeah.
Which is not cool, obviously, in hindsight. But
all of our parents did that back in the day.
Yeah. It's like, wait.
I don't know how many times I was told if I swallowed gum that my lungs, gums would stick to my lungs.
7 years
I was
or
going to be
whatever.
able to breathe.
Like,
if you swallow the seed, the apple or the watermelon will grow in your stomach.
I can't turn into a pillar of salt. I get the sentiment. I get what you're saying. But yeah, I was freaked out reading it. And then you hear all the stuff about the fire and the smoke and then the country going shunk. The town or whatever.
Probably a pit opened up and just sucked the whole town in.
Can you imagine it? You partying, you doing your thing, and da-da-da-da. Next thing you know, there's a big ball of fire, like, to your right, coming at you. Like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
I don't know, but the way this town sounded, they probably was all high, and they didn't even notice it was going on because they was wilding.
They were on the shrooms heavy.
They were wilding out there.
Sad.
Man. Well, I mean, I think this is where we need to take a break and stop for this.
Because we need to decompress really quick.
Because I mean, this episode was kind of dark, like we said. I mean, you done flooded the whole earth. You tried it again, and people still was wilding, and then you had to send a whole town.
I know one thing. I know God was like, I'm not going through this again. This is my last.
So maybe, he was like, this town is corrupt and evil. We don't need it to spread. Take them out.
Boom. But of course, we do know stuff does keep happening, but
it keeps going on.
God's just like, I'm just tired of all y'all right now.
Like I have stuff to do.
Yeah.
I cannot keep rebuilding this earth.
Right.
And I got stuff to do.
Right.
I just need y'all to act right.
Right. But before we dismiss, Sarah ended up with her baby.
She sure did.
After all that.
Yes.
And she named him Isaac, and we'll get into that on our next episode.
Yes. So. And that's when God finalized this covenant. Changed his name to Abraham. Mm-hmm. Changed her name to Sarah.
Yes.
But then said, you got to kill your kid. And everyone was like,
what?
Huh?
I got to do what?
Why?
Didn't you just tell me if I did this, I would get that? What? Where's this monkey wrench coming from?
Right. God was like, listen, it's just...
Do you trust me?
Yeah. He was like, do you trust me? Because at the end of the day, I don't understand why y'all be doubting me. He probably was...
That's what it comes down to.
In his head, he's probably like, obviously, I'm not going to kill your kid. I just need you to show these people that you trust me no matter what.
Right.
Just go do it. Just go on, go take them in the
Just do what I say and stop being hard-headed like any other parent. Did you hear what I said?
Just go do it. And he was like, okay, well, you know what? All right, fine. I'm going to trust you. I mean, you did save my nephew. So, all right.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Sarah probably's like, you going to take my baby where?
I'm not doing that.
No, we not.
Not the one I fought for.
He probably didn't even tell her. He was like, because I know how she is and I know how she gonna. She done already got Hager and my other son throwing all out the camp.
He said, "Sir, we be right back."
Right.
We're going on a hunting expedition.
I'm just gonna go show him how to sharpen his knife.
Just just have dinner ready when we get back. You making that fowl again? Okay. You putting that fowl on the fire, right? Yeah. With the rosemary. Okay.
Okay, I'll see you when you get back. Have fun.
Isaac, you ready?
Yes, Daddy.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, but I'm sure he didn't tell the son.
No, you can't tell your son that. I'm about to make you a sacrifice. A what? No.
Like he's probably like, go sacrifice Ishmael.
Right. Why y'all even like it?
Why y'all trying to sacrifice me?
Y'all prayed for me.
Doggone. How I get pulled into this?
Now how I get in it?
Man. So we'll touch on that in the next episode.
All right.
So thank you all for tuning in and listening to our second episode.
Bye blacks, y'all. It's lit.
Bye blacks.
It's lit and it's blessed.
We'll see y'all next time.
All right.
Bye.